Hi everyone! Congratulations on being one of the lucky recipients of the Woodstock Museum's Family Day Fibre Art Kits that ends the Crossroads National Fibre Arts exhibit in partnership with the Woodstock Art Gallery. Thank you so much to the Woodstock Museum Advisory Committee for sponsoring these kits. We are incredibly grateful for the support of our committee members as well as the wider Woodstock community. Inside the kit, you'll find 2 sewing cards, a large round-ended tapestry needle, embroidery floss ready to make a friendship bracelet, soap and fleece for a soap scrubby, and supplies for 2 plastic canvas crafts. The larger one will be a penguin, and the other a red and blue stitched square. Also check out the instruction page included in your kit, as well as the links below in the description. Adults will want to supervise young children while using the round-end tapestry needle and to keep it in a safe place between crafts. You will also need some tape and a pair of scissors. Find the super cute sewing card. It will look like one of these. It already has the needle threaded and yarn attached, so you're ready to start sewing. Holes have been punched to make it easy to use. The idea of the sewing card is to cover the highlighted areas. Firmly hold the needle at its eye to help hold the yarn in place. If the yarn happens to slip off the needle, it just needs to be rethreaded. Adults may need to help with needle rethreading. Once you've sewn the whole card, pull the needle off the yarn and tie a couple of knots to secure the yarn in place when you're done. If you find the small pre-punched holes are not working for you, just use a hole punch to make each of the holes bigger. For this easy stitched square, you are going to need to pull out of your kit the 12 by 12 small square plastic canvas with jump ring attached, the tapestry needle that's included in your kit, as well as the paper stitch guide that's included in your instructions, as well as blue, red, gray yarn. And for this, you will also need a pair of scissors. Like the stitch guide, start with the corner that has the jump ring attached. Bring your needle and yarn up through the first tiny corner section. Hold a tiny bit of yarn at the back, a few centimeters, just to start off. We're gonna stitch over that section to hold it in place. There is a front and a back of your work. Each of the stitches goes through a diagonal section, so find that diagonal immediately across from the one that you just started in the corner. Pull your yarn through to the back of the canvas, and you'll notice one diagonal stitch is done. That's your first row. Next, we're going to start row number 2. There are always 2 rows of blue in this pattern. It's easiest to complete all of the diagonal stitches in one color before moving on to the next color. And here is the last stitch of the first double row of blue. Make sure you look for that corner to corner diagonal stitch. Following the stitch guide, you'll notice we've completed the first 2 blue rows. Next, you'll see that the pattern has 2 red rows, but blue starts after that. So we're going to continue with the blue and skip the next 2 rows and stick your needle into the bottom lower corner where the stitch starts from for the next blue row. Ooh, look at that. Those blue stitches are looking good. Next comes 3 rows of red after these blue. So 1, 2, 3. So let's leave 1, 2, 3 sections and come up again for the last 2 rows of blue. After you finish the blue yarn, turn your work to the back and tuck your needle in a few of the last stitches. That way, when you pull your needle through, the yarn will be secured and you can just snip off that extra yarn. Once you've threaded on your red yarn, tuck it under a few of the blue stitches on the back near where you're starting your new red rows. That way, it hides and secures the yarn end. Follow that stitch guide for the next 2 rows and 3 final rows of red, always making those red stitches diagonal. Now it's time for the gray. Once you've threaded on your gray yarn, stick it through a back section close to the corner of a few stitches so it secures the gray in place. Start at a corner, and each corner is going to have 2 stitches. You're going to start with a whip stitch by putting the needle through the back towards the front. So each of the sections, the tiny little squares, will have normally 1 stitch, but the corners, I like to start at a corner, we'll have 2. So make sure it's on both sides. Stick the needle up and through the back, and then rather than going down, go back up through the bottom, always from the bottom to the top, or the top to the bottom, you choose. And keeping that whip stitch the same, you're going to go around each of the little sections around the outside of the square, and that will finish your edge. Great job! When you're done with the edge, just like the other colors before, secure the end of the gray yarn through a few of the stitches on the back. Use your scissors to snip off any extra little yarn bits you've got peeking out at the back. Tidy up that back edge, and then, if you feel so inclined, you can attach this square with the jump ring to one of your keychains or perhaps a zipper pull. We hope you've enjoyed this craft video today and all of the crafts in your Fibre Art Kit from the Woodstock Museum. Follow the Woodstock Museum on social media for upcoming exhibits and programs.